Welcome back. Save Before Quitting News. I'm Ant. That's Chris. I'm Ant. That's Chris. As always, save letter B, number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Follow us on Discord. That's Titty, by the way. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Patreon. We got a really funny one coming up that we're going to record that I just got a preview of. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com if you want to send us an email, which we still will read emails. We'll read emails like it's the 2000s again. What else am I forgetting? savebeforequitting.com, all the way spelled out. Merch. You want some dope ass merch? There's some dope ass merch on there. Speed running the intro because the long intro is for the formal podcast, which is the next thing we'll be recording after that Patreon, probably next week. I think it's time for the full pod. Did I forget anything?
I don't believe so. I think we can get right into it. Do you want to take away this first story as well, or do you want me to wrap it on for this one?
Sure, I'll do it. And by the way, this is your news for the week of August 26th. It is Tuesday when we're recording this.
Tuesday.
First up, Gamescom just happened, for those who are unaware. And this year's Gamescom broke attendance records for the event with 357,000 visitors from 128 countries. That is insane. That is people had to be like shoulder to shoulder. This picture looks like shit. How did anyone get around?
It's one of those things where it's like, I've always wanted to go to like one of these before, like even like a Comic-Con or something like that. But like seeing this, like what it's actually like, I don't think I really want to anymore. I think I'm good, like I think I'm fine. I don't really need to go because that looks fucking awful to make your way around in.
That's some shoulder to shoulder shit.
Yeah.
And like I said in the caption, I bet it smelled great in there. Oh
no, it was probably awful in there. It was, I forget which one it was, but I think it was TwitchCon maybe this past year. I was watching someone do a live stream, like what they were like first getting in, and they had like goodie bags for everybody, like when you walk in, and a stick of deodorant was one of the items they gave people. So hopefully Gamescom put out the little stick of deodorant for everyone in their goodie bags.
Right.
Next up in the news from Wario64 over on the Twitter machine, Atari has acquired all IP rights to 5 Ubisoft titles with a view of making them available on new platforms. Those titles being Cold Fear from 2005, Child of Eden from 2011, I Am Alive from 2012, Grow Home from 2015, and Grow Up from 2016. Atari will re-release these titles under their publishing label and Joe Moore.
Well, I cut off the end of the thing there, but you guys got the gist.
Yeah.
I've never played not one of these games.
I think the only one that I'm familiar with is Child of Eden, just because it sounds familiar. And then I Am Alive, I feel like I've seen the the cover art, but I've never looked into the game or anything like that. But other than that, it's pretty cool to see Atari getting their IP rights back.
True.
Next up in the news.
I don't even think it's them getting it back. I think they just got it from Ubisoft. Maybe Ubisoft was giving them up.
Oh, there was an Ubisoft title and they bought the rights. That makes more sense. They
acquired them
from the Ubisoft.
Yes.
The Ubisoft.
The royal Ubisoft.
True.
Next up, Nintendo has launched It's a Me Mario. If I just ended the read right there, people would just be like, since 1980 whatever. No, Nintendo has launched It's a Me Mario, its new series of stop motion animated shorts. I saw one of these earlier. Somebody put it on Twitter, and it's pretty cool. It's a little cute little cartoon.
It's cool to see them doing more stuff with Mario. I feel like after the movie, they should really do more like this. I feel like a new cartoon should have been a thing a while ago.
Yeah, you would think, right? I agree.
it makes like with the amount of cartoons and like different animated things that Sonic has gotten, like there's so many series for him. It's weird. Yeah, but he gets his own at least. He's doing collabs, and we know he's a whore for that. But like Mario, objectively, is a lot more of a recognizable character and much more popular, I would say, than Sonic. It's crazy. There's not more like content for him,
like media outside of just the video.
Yeah, and the one movie, like like technically two if you count the live action, but that took 30
years to come out after the horrible live action one.
It's just weird. It's weird to see that they don't do more, but now they are, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up, from Video Game Chronicle, Shinobi Art of Vengeance review. Sega's superb reboot looks, sounds, and plays like a dream. 5 stars.
Yeah, I expected it to be good, but that was, I don't want to say the word surprising, but damn, I'm gonna have to play it. And the only reason I won't play it is because I don't want to start this and then Silksong is next week.
Yeah, Silksong coming out next week is kind of great. I'm assuming we're going to talk about that most likely in this news episode later on in it. But it's funny because it lines up perfectly with RGB LAN. So a ton of the people that I go to RGB LAN with are for sure going to be playing Silksong for a majority of the time. But I'm also like kind of like interested to see how many other people are playing it. So I'm trying to see the over-under at this LAN who's going to be playing this single-player game.
Yeah, but people have been waiting years, obviously. So, the Division 2 Survivors has been announced coming in 2026. It is being described as a survival extraction experience, which made me think, like, isn't that what the Division was? Whatever. I only posted this because I was like, wow, DLC for Division 2 or expansion, I guess, for Division 2. I was like, Division 2's been out for years. Yeah. I love Division 2. So I'm at least like interested to see what they do. But I just thought it was like, wow, like why isn't it just Division 3 now?
Maybe it's just not enough meat on the bone for a whole new one, I guess.
But they have a whole thing about to happen. They have a whole what's it called? I guess battle pass for lack of a better term, but it's like a whole like timeline of new shit they're putting out. I'm like, now, like, well, I feel like this should read I feel like this should read the Division 3 as announced.
Yeah, either that or like the Division something else. You know what I mean? Like a 2.5 situation where it's like its own thing, separate from 2, but like, you know, like a in between, like Miles Morales was, you know. Right. That would I feel like that would make much more sense, definitely, with the time gap in between.
I guess we'll see. Unless they sell it as like a completely new experience, then the business-minded person in me is like, well, why would you also call this the Division 2?
Yeah. Don't know.
Got it.
I do not know. Next up in the news, though, on light of the bad news from the game Marathon, if you remember the controversy that came out from that, if you don't go to a previous news video, we talked about it there. The Bungie CEO or CFO, I can't see my eyes.
CEO, you're right.
CEO. Pete Parsons has announced that he is leaving the company after almost a decade.
I read this and I was like, wow, that can't be good. The gaming industry, there's a lot of strange shit going on in the gaming industry right now.
I mean, it could be for personal reasons, obviously. I assume they're not going to, like, you know, put out the specifics of why he's leaving, and even if they did, it probably wouldn't be the accurate reasons of why. But on the heels of the controversy that Marathon had with all of the stolen assets and the pretty much look of the game entirely, it's not a good look to be the CEO of the company that allowed that. So I can understand why you'd want to step back or step away entirely for allowing that to go under your radar, you know? Not that he has any hand in the actual game by any means, you know, he's just the top of the leaderboard that makes decisions that probably get paid way too much for not doing anything actually creative in a game, but you know, he's still at the top of that, and it makes sense for him to want to leave after this awful thing happening.
Do you think Marathon still releases at some point? I mean, it will release. Do you think when it releases that it will be successful at all at this point?
I think that it depends, like, on a few things. Like, I don't think it's gonna have lasting power, because even from like what the beta had shown and whatnot, I don't think people were like in love with it too much from what they were playing. Obviously, it was an early build and whatnot, and it wasn't anything, you know, finalized or super polished. But
right.
From what I looked at as a person who plays these games a decent amount of the time, it just kind of looks like another shooter, another first-person shooter. Nothing really super special to it, and the things that made it special were like the stuff that was stolen. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Like, genuinely, like, I didn't even get a chance to play the beta because I think it was on a weekend that I happened to be busy. But
I remember seeing videos of it, but I feel like it was like getting in and then getting out. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of the finals, which I'll probably talk about on the main podcast coming soon to you on YouTube at some point. And like, at least with that game, it's like that's kind of extraction-y, because you're like extracting a payload similarly a little bit. With some of the cache modes that they have in there. But like, as far as like gunplay goes, like it looked okay, but I don't think it's gonna have staying power, you know, like, because even like the finals I don't think is that huge right now. I think Call of Duty is on its pretty much tail end of being as popular as it used to be, with Black Ops 6 being shown. I don't really think that people are super excited about it. When they were showing the trailers for that at Gamescom, people kept making memes after seeing the trailer of them pre-ordering Battlefield 6.
I was about to say Battlefield 6 seems like that's what I hear people talking about.
I'm more interested in that for sure, but I also am not in the market for it. I don't think like I'm like looking for another first-person shooter game to like just dive headfirst into. Obviously, there was a couple beta weekends. I missed both for the betas, but the clips that I saw look great. I'd love to play it if it's on Game Pass. I'll probably play it most likely, but I don't think I'm gonna be buying it day one. Like if it's not on Game Pass, so I'll wait till Christmas. I'll be the Christmas noobs for everyone to prey upon. But yeah, Marathon, as far as I'll give it a try if it comes out and they give proper credit to the artist that they stole all the work from, or even bring the artist on maybe to the team, or just pay them for their work. One of those things. Like, there's so many things that they could do to just make it like a little bit more right. Like, bring the artist on, have them work on the game close with you, or just pay them for all the art that you stole a insane amount so that they can still use it in the game and the artist isn't mad anymore. Like, they do one of those two things, then the game will have a little bit of a better reaction at the start of its release. If they don't do either of those two things and they just kind of take all the shit out, I'm like, I'm not going to like go out of my way to play it, you know. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. Next up, after much speculation, we talked about this earlier, Team Cherry has finally announced a release date for the long-awaited Hollow Knight Silksong, and that date is September 4th, which is next Thursday. If you're listening to it the week we recorded this. I did not expect the date to be that close. It was going to be one or two things for me. I was like, okay, it's either going to come out in October for like Halloween season, or it's going to be like shadow dropped, or they're going to be like Friday, like immediately. It was either going to be soon or now. I didn't expect this soon, like 2 weeks from now. Which I guess still counts as soon, but you know what I mean. Yeah, for sure. personally for me, I've never beaten the first game. I love the look of it and I love the art style and whatnot. I'm just terrible at this game type. I can appreciate it from afar, and maybe I dive back into I think I have it on my Steam profile, so I could run it on the Steam Deck casually in the background maybe. But I was never been good at these, so I'm not super excited like everyone else is, to say the least. I'm happy for everyone. But yeah, I'm interested to see what it's like. We were talking a little bit before we were on the mics where I was saying I'm curious what took so long for this game. You know, like obviously we've not seen a ton of gameplay that they've at least shown. Obviously people got to play it on the game floor at Gamescoms and whatnot, but like they've shown very limited gameplay, so it's making me curious to see what took so long and what made it take so long, and like if there's any reasoning behind that there's like all this new stuff that like nobody knows about yet still, or if it's just a lot more of the same, which isn't a bad thing. It just makes it even more confusing why it took so long in that sense, because like more of a good thing is always good, you know?
Right.
Like I said it casually, but it's like a reskinned version of the first game but with a different character and different enemies, but that's what it was going to be all along. So like I guess they're going to have new abilities maybe or something. I don't know much about the game in the first place, to be completely honest with you, but I'm more like, so just curious.
Like your rival in the first one, and now you're playing as that character.
Okay.
As far as it taking a while, when they were asked about that, they said there was no. It's just that they're a very, very small team. So to make a sequel to match the hype and the depth of the original took time. If you ask me, like if I was on this, not if I was on this team, but the way I kind of thought about it was like, it got so much hype year after year after year to the point where like, I would take my time too. I'm like, all right, because whenever we drop it, now we already have the cult-like built-in fan base who are like salivating for this game.
For sure.
Because so then I don't have to like, my team doesn't have to like feel crunch when they work. I can be like, whenever we drop it, we drop it. People are waiting for this thing. They trust us after the first one. We got millions sold. Like, let's just take our time. And I feel like that's what they did. They probably could have. Hell yeah. It probably could have came out last year, but they was like, no, let's just take some time.
Yeah.
Fine tune it. It will. I anticipate this being the biggest indie game sold this year.
Oh yeah.
Without like
be shocked. They're probably gonna get nominated for Game of the Year too. At least in the category, I could see them being in it, you know? Not that there hasn't been, like, there's been a ton of games this year. Like, I think Expedition, is it 13 or 33? I forget. Whatever number it is.
33.
33? Okay. That definitely going to be in the category for Game of the Year for sure. Probably Astrobot, I guess. Maybe.
It'll be
in talks, maybe.
When they do Game of the Year, it'll probably be Expedition 33,
Ghost of Yotei.
Doesn't that come out in like November? When does that come out?
Is that before the cutoff? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it might be after the cutoff.
Oh, okay. If not, then it's in there.
Yeah, if that's not the case, then it's definitely in there. Expedition 33, Silksong, I'll say Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah,
it won't win, but it'll be in there. There's something I'm missing.
Oh, for sure.
Around the time Expedition, what'd you say?
Oh, for sure. Like, I can't even think of anything right now. I'm just like, mind empty.
Around the time Expedition 33 came out, there was something else around it that was really big, and I can't.
It was that one game. It was like the Knight, right?
The Knight.
It was like a dude. Like you play as a dude, and he's like a knight or whatever. What is it called? It was like an RPG, I think.
I don't remember.
Something 2. It was a 2, I think, too.
Oh yeah, Doom: The Dark Ages is this year. Metal Gear Delta just dropped. South of Midnight is there.
I wish
I'm
that
not
would
saying
be
these are
tonight,
just
but I
games
don't
that
think
came
so.
out. Assassin's Creed Shadows came out this year. About Death Stranding 2. That's probably the game I'm thinking of.
Death Stranding
Yeah,
2 definitely is. Yeah.
That came out around Expedition
Kingdom Come Deliverance. That. Remember that? That.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I believe it is. That is the one I'm thinking of. I feel like that'll also be in contention. There's a lot of good games this year. Shit, who knew?
Yeah.
Us, technically, but
Mario
our brains
Kart,
don't.
but that ain't winning shit.
Like, we should have probably known, but
What?
all these good games, like we should have just been like, oh yeah, we know because we do this.
It's been a weird year.
Oh yeah.
Because it's
Listen
know why
to
it's
the
been a weird year?
Patreon.
Yeah. Well, on top of our personal shit, but it's been a weird year because, like, while there's been a lot of games released, there's also been so much controversy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like a lot of the controversy overshadowed the games, obviously outside of like the quote unquote game of the year contenders, because nothing stopped them from being like, talked about.
For sure.
But I don't know. Hollow Knight, Silksong, September 4th.
Hell yeah. Next up in the news, the setting for the next Forza Horizon game has seemingly been leaked thanks to a now deleted Instagram post, and it looks like it might be taking place in Japan.
It was, after that happened, it was leaked even more. There's people just flat out saying like, yes, that's true. Forza Horizon 6, it takes place in Japan.
That's cool. I've never really played a Forza game. Like, I don't really fuck with racing sim games too much. I'm more of a Need for Speed guy. If I'm gonna play a racing game or a kart game like Mario Kart specifically, but other than that,
if you're gonna get like close to that like type of game, it would be the Horizon games. Like Forza Motorsport is more so the sim, like Gran Turismo racing one. The Horizon ones are like the more fun, light, arcadey kind of.
Maybe I'll give it a try then. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be on Game Pass. I think Forza's like a.
I mean, at this point, it's going to be on
everything.
It's probably going to be on PlayStation.
True, but free though. Day one Game Pass. That's what I'm about.
I feel you on that one.
Next up in the news is really fun story here.
Speaking of PlayStation, the PlayStation 5 is getting a price increase in the US starting tomorrow. Tomorrow was last week when this was originally posted.
August 21st.
Yeah, it was last week. So all the models are going up by $50. So PlayStation 5 is now $549.99. PlayStation 5 digital edition is $499.99. PlayStation 5 Pro is $749.99.
For all those games that need it.
Yeah, to play all those games that have been coming out. We did just name a whole bunch of games, so now
we did,
stupid.
but like
now I feel foolish.
We named a bunch of games, but none of those games require a PS5 Pro.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
That's more so the issue here. I'm more so making a jab at the fact that the PS5 Pro is not even a necessary addition to the family yet. Maybe in like a year or two they should have released it, but like the fact that it exists already, crazy. Price hikes make sense with what's going on in the world right now. It sucks to see. I mean, I don't know. If you want a PS5, get a PC.
Straight up. Used one.
Or get a used one. Yeah, that's a good option. Refurbished PS5 or like honestly, like I say, get a PC, but like it's more so a joke because it's just like you'll get more out of it. It costs more probably to get a PC, obviously, than a PS5 Pro, but you're getting more out of it than you would ever get from a PS5 Pro in the first place, and it's gonna last longer, which is the beauty of it. And you can upgrade it, and you can do a bunch of other things. Like there's so many more benefits to that. Plus, you can play all those PlayStation games coming soon to the PC. So,
very true.
No really need to have PS5 anymore. Next up in the news.
Yes, everything's a PlayStation, everything's an Xbox. Pick your poison.
Next up, this shit is sick as fuck. I am excited as fuck for it. Warner Brothers.
Did finally go watch the whole trailer too.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, it looks really good.
It looks so good. Warner Brothers and TT Games have revealed a Skywalker Saga style Lego Batman game, Legacy of the Dark Knight, coming in 2026. This game looks so interesting. As a guy who doesn't like the character of Batman and likes every character around Batman, this looks like a lot of fun. It has Arkham style combat, it has stealth combat, it has all the different Batmobiles from all of the media, different bat suits. You can play up to like 7 different characters and shit. And then the way they're doing the story is pretty interesting too, because while it's like the Skywalker Saga somewhat, the Skywalker Saga retells all of the movies. This is like retelling every single piece of Batman media in one game as if it's a part of the same story altogether.
Yeah, that's the coolest part.
It's really interesting how they're doing this. It's almost like it's its own universe, but like based off of a bunch of stuff with references to pretty much every single version of the Batman. I mean, the suit that they use for the base suit is the Robert Pattinson suit. So like that's already like pretty interesting that that's the choice that they made. And then on top of that, you have Bane at the end of the trailer, voiced by none other than Matt Berry. If you don't know who Matt Berry is, he's a great fucking actor from What We Do in the Shadows, and he's gonna say Batman, which is great. And he also said New York City, but it's gonna be Gotham City. So it's gonna be fucking great. The Joker scene was funny with The Dark Knight Rises, where he did like a whole thing where he's like, "Let's get what did Batman say again? You want to get nuts? Is that it?" And then he like spun his head around or whatever. It's goofy. Yeah. It's fun. There's a bunch of different playable characters. There's Commissioner Gordon, Nightwing, Robin, Catwoman, and I think a couple others, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's Lego. It looks very well done, like gameplay wise. Looks very well done.
Oh yeah, it looks so good. I cannot wait for this game. I will be playing the shit out of this very, very soon. Well, 2026. But yeah, when this comes out, this is my GTA 6. Genuinely.
I saw your Instagram.
Yeah. Next up in the news. This fucking whore.
If you remember my horror rant about Sonic, Sega and Bandai Namco have announced that Sonic and Pac-Man's next games, Sonic Racing Crossworlds and Pac-Man World 2 Repack, will have crossover DLC featuring each other. I saw the trailer for this. And Pac-Man showing up in a kart racer, whatever, it's a kart racer. Yes, secret characters, blah, 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 blah. Great. But then seeing Pac-Man run around in a Sonic stage and there's Sonic stuff going on, it just took me right back to it. I was like, Sonic, you cheap ass whore. You are
everywhere.
Sonic can do anything.
Yeah.
And at least this is, you know what? I'm not as hard on it. At least this is like in the realm of just video game.
Yeah. This is like Tim's. You know? Yeah,
when they put out the thing about their Sonic brand Timberlands now, I was like, okay, first of all, Sonic wears his whole thing is running quickly. You can't run fast in Tim's.
I don't know. Maybe you can. Honestly, that should be the DLC we actually deserve, is Sonic in Tim's.
Yeah, that's the one we need.
Hell yeah.
That should have been part of the deal.
I still think we should have gotten the Sonic chain that was announced a while ago. The blinged out Sonic chain and the shadow one. That would have been
still available somewhere.
Great tax write-off for us.
Right. Exactly.
I also love how if you're a member of our Patreon, you'll be able to see this, but in the news slide that Ant put together, he just has in full caps "whore" off to the side next to the
because he's a whore.
I get it, but it's just wild to see that.
I feel like as soon as I said it, as soon as I opened everybody's eyes to it, he started doing mad ho shit like everywhere.
Oh yeah. And then our last news story here, Video Game Chronicle reported on this. PlayStation is officially getting Halo content in the form of crossover DLC for Helldivers 2. This was teased at the end of a Helldivers like update video a little bit ago. Like after like the video was over, there was a little stinger at the end where it played the Halo ODST music, and there was like a little beam of light that came down. Yeah. And it's just Halo DLC for Helldivers 2, which is pretty cool to see. I guess it kind of makes some sense with like the lore and stuff. I don't really understand if it like ties it in to make it like canon to like the Halo lore, that Helldivers is a part of it in theory. I don't know. Or if it's just a situation with like Overwatch where they get like random properties and it's just for funsies, which is also good if that's the case.
Yeah, I immediately assume that, but at the same time it fits so well. Like it makes sense. Obviously this comes from the fact that Helldivers is now also coming to Xbox. But why wouldn't you do that? I think that's pretty cool. Like that crossover makes a whole lot of sense. And I would love if there were some kind of like little teeny bit of like extra lore. Like even if it's just like a 3-sentence thing, like a why they're there. But I think that would be super dope. It gives more depth to not only Halo, but it's kind of a cherry on top of the whole everything is an Xbox, everything's third party now. PlayStation games are on Xbox games are on play. Like it gives more depth to that. What I don't like is, did you see the miserable people, console warriors on Twitter and all over the internet saying, fuck that, why is this game coming to Xbox? Like when it happens, they're all like, let's all make sure if Xbox people join your game, make it a bad experience for them, blah 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 blah. I was like, why? Like they're dead serious too. Like the hyper PlayStation people. Like,
I mean, here's the thing: the Xbox people are just as toxic on the other side, but PlayStation people are stupid if that's the case. And the console wars are over. They've been over for about like a month or two now. Ever since everything is everything all at once now. You know, everything is a PlayStation, everything is an Xbox. You said it best, and that's just the way it is now. And if you have a problem with it and you still want to fight this console war that's not real, fight it with a Nintendo Switch. Because they're the only other people that are competing with these people that are now in bed together. So like,
yeah, try running Helldivers on a Switch, even a Switch 2. That shit'll explode in your hands.
It's just at this point where it's like, even as like when I was in high school, I remember everyone was in middle school too. Like everyone was playing Halo, and I had never played it because I've always been a PlayStation kid. I never understood like the brand, like the die for your brand thing. Like I'm a Sony guy because that's what I got. That's just what I had and what I had available to me. And then I just kept getting that because that's just what was there. And Xbox never made sense to me as a kid because it was like, I mean, I was also just like, why the fuck do I need to pay to play online? You know?
You're
like
not wrong in that.
Like I hated that. And then I was like, the controllers need batteries. Like,
but that's exactly my point. To have a preference is totally fine. Yeah. Like no one will ever doubt you for having a preference. But to be like, no, fuck them. It's like, well, they're not paying you. Like, what are you gaining from this?
Literally nothing. But it's cool to see. It's cool to see them doing this type of stuff now. It makes me interested for stuff in the future for Helldivers, for collaborations. I don't really know what else they can do, per se. I mean, Halo probably makes the most sense. I guess in theory, I was going to say maybe Gears of War, but I don't really think that would fit too well.
That would be the only other thing that would work.
Space Marine, maybe some Warhammer action.
Yeah, Was Warhammer only on? It wasn't only on PlayStation.
No, it's just more so like I'm just thinking of like other brands that could collaborate more so with Helldivers with like these war bonds and stuff, because they're like pretty much mini battle passes that you pay for whatever. And I just don't know what else would make, maybe like Super Troopers, like the movie, you know, like that'd be cool, because like
that makes the most sense.
That makes the most sense with it. Like do like a Super Troopers one. That'd be pretty cool to have. I don't know, but it's cool to see for the future of Helldivers now that they're kind of at the point with the game where it's like they can start getting into collabs and start thinking more about that than like just, you know, their own shit anymore. Like they're obviously still going to make their own stuff consistently and whatnot, make new war bonds and blah blah blah, this and there,
right?
But this kind of opens the door for more stuff, which is cool.
Definitely. Dope. That was our last story.
Yeah, and that's the news for this week of August 26th. We have plenty of stuff for you to watch if you want more from this, because this was a little bit of a shorter news episode this week than we normally do. But you can go over to our patreon.com/SaveLetterB and Before Quitting to get extra podcasts a month now that we're actually back on track. Just put out one last week that's about a bunch of like life update stuff. We got another one coming pretty soon once we record in person next. Maybe we can just knock that out back to back. I don't know. We can figure it out. We got options, and then we're gonna have more content coming out on social media and stuff. We're back playing Resident Evil 4 on Twitch again. We're almost done that. Not almost done, but we're making our way through. We just got to Ashley, our Hot Topic employee. People didn't say shit about it in the chat, which was kind of surprising. I think one person was like, "Oh, I forgot to put that on," and it was that was met with joy as opposed to what I had Leon in, surprisingly.
They weren't a fan.
Yeah, I was tempted to maybe next time we stream it, switch up what Leon's wearing. We'll see.
You'll have to watch and find out.
True. We'll be playing more of that soon. Obviously, more stream stuff in general soon as well. I kind of want to do a more consistent stream schedule in general. I was kind of trying to do like Wednesdays for myself, like just to do a stream, like a 2-hour something. But maybe not this Wednesday because I might be busy. Obviously, it already happened. This video is out. But you can follow us on all social media platforms to make sure that you pay attention to all those things. Save letter B number Before Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Titty gang. If you'd like to buy some merch with that exact phrase on it and wear it in public, you can go to savebeforequitting fully spelled out.com. We got plenty of merch options for you. If you don't want to have the word titty across your chest, you can have the Nerdy Gamer people. You can have our logo, our newer logo, our older logo, a Sonic logo. We got so many options for you there.
There's things and options and stuff for you.
And everything that you buy there, the money that comes to us goes straight back to the show, including the Patreon. It all goes straight back to the show and the taxes we have to file at the end of the year.
Yeah, which is creeping up, which was very quick.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Do we do anything to outro the news?
And before Chris outros the news, you make sure you always save before quitting.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. That's a great segue. Did you like that video?
We know you did.
If so, you can check out this video right here. Or that one right there, which YouTube suggested just for your nerdy gamer person self. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you always
save before quitting.